the Any and Everything Show with your hosts, Jake and George.
What is up? Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Any and Everything Show. Happy 4th of July weekend.
To most.
It's to, I guess, to non-Americans.
Oh, I was just thinking, I don't know when people are going to be listening to this.
Oh, that's true.
It could be Christmas for some people.
That's true. Happy 4th if you're
you're
celebrating
with us.
right now.
Well, not right now.
Well, yeah, we're recording this on the 2nd.
Oh, well, peel back the curtain, Jake.
Recording on the 2nd, hopefully coming out the 3rd on a Saturday. So this is the thick of the weekend.
Yeah, if you're listening to this in real time with us when it's supposed to be listened to, then a happy 4th.
Happy 4th, yeah. Nice long weekend.
You have off Monday, too?
Off Monday, yeah.
Wow.
A 4-day weekend for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You're back to work and immediately a 4-day weekend.
yeah, immediately. I earned it.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you're a day one listener, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the show. Each week, George and I, we get together. We open up a brand new beer. We talk about it, we review it, but we don't just talk about beer because that'd just be absolutely nutcase. We talk about a little bit of Eddie and everything because in this crazy, crazy world, there's just way too much to talk about. George, am I right about that one?
Jake, on that one, you are right about it.
Well, before we get into all the fun, let's crack open our beer of the week. This one is coming right from a brewery down the road. Half Full, one of the locals. We're actually members of their mug club.
What does that mean?
So we get to join. You pay a membership for the year, and each week you get a complimentary complimentary beer.
You get a free beer?
Free beer. You get a mug on the wall with your number on it.
Like, what number?
So a number is assigned to you.
Like your member number?
Yeah.
Your mug number?
Yeah, so they only have a certain amount of mugs a year. So like...
Oh, it's an exclusive membership.
Yeah, exclusive. So they set the email out and they said,
How much is this membership a month?
It's not a month, it's yearly.
How much is this membership yearly?
So yearly, I think it is $78.
Wow.
Yeah,
If you go once a month, that pays for the beer itself.
exactly. So we did the math. We're like, you know what? We'll definitely go. So it's cool too because you get to go. You get a complimentary pour. You get You get a complimentary pour for a guest.
Oh, Jake. And I've been waiting for
We just got it.
All right,
so, and you also get...
Well, are you and Meg both mug members?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, maybe Meg is your guest every month, but I got you now.
Yeah, so it's nice. You get a weekly beer.
That is nice.
On the house.
That is nice. And this week, we're drinking
we're
Bloom.
drinking Bloom, one of their new...
It's a Session New England India Pale Ale. It's nice this week because I buy the beer almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to get, like, surprised. Now I know how you feel sometimes when I pull it out.
It's a good surprise element.
Yeah.
That's
Bloom
Yeah.
is a Session New England IPA for a new season and a new beginning. Bloom has notes of ripe red fruit, doesn't say which kind, and zesty citrus aromas of lime and oranges, but they get specific with the
the red fruit.
the citrus.
I don't know what the red
The
fruit
perfect
is.
reminder that all things renew.
No, ain't that deep.
What's the ripe red fruit, you think?
Grapefruit? Ruby red?
Specifically ruby
Or
red
is there...
grapefruit?
I think there
Strawberries?
might be a red fruit. something
Raspberries?
called red fruit.
You think?
That might be a fun... More you know. If there's actually a red fruit.
I just don't know why there's such a mystery behind it unless there is something called red fruit. And I feel like it's going to be a tough thing to Google because red fruit is probably going to pop up with strawberries immediately.
Yeah, it comes up with all the fruits that are red. What are red fruits? Okay, so I think it's saying like ripe red fruits. There's just an abundance of them. Maybe there's just like an assortment of red fruits.
There's a surplus in the world, so Half Full is doing the world a favor. Otherwise, we'd be drowning in red fruit.
Oh, wait, no.
Nope. Hold the phone.
Red fruit is a plant. It comes from New Guinea. It's eaten in Papua New Guinea and Indonesia.
Exotic.
It has several names: Merida, Kaunsu,
and strawberry.
Balmera, Could that be it? Could that be the secret ingredient to Bloom? We may never know. Or could it just be raspberries?
This could be quite the exotic beer.
But did you have a sip yet? Because I'll give my first impression if you have not.
Well, Jake, why don't you just give your first sip impression anyway?
My first sip impression is solid beer. Mm-hmm. I'll give it a solid B right now.
Okay. When you said solid, I thought a letter was coming after it.
Solid beer.
Yeah, I'm going to go B minus. Mm-hmm. Pushing C plus, but B minus. It is good. It's just kind of like a taste I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's not...
Like I've had IPAs where they taste almost like grassy.
Right.
And like planty kind of.
The hops.
I guess, if that's what it is. So...
Yeah, there's not a lot of bitterness
The
in here.
label I thought was going to have that like plant
lighter
grass
taste.
taste.
Right. Okay, I see where you're going. You took an almost little literal plant taste.
And yeah, no, it's more fruity and a little not what I was expecting.
Yeah, we got the sunflowers on the can,
Mm-hmm.
as summer is upon us. Mm-hmm. But yeah, good beer. Picked it up right down the road.
At half full?
No.
You didn't have to provide your mug number?
No, but you do get, I think it's 15% off their store where they sell their beer. So a lot of perks.
Half full should really be paying us for this
merch.
episode.
I know, we got to get them. We got to do something with them because they're good people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it until then.
But anywhoozy, on to
That was a doozy.
onto the fun stuff. Not much in my life has changed in the past week that we've recorded.
That we've been apart.
Yeah, we are supposed to be together this weekend. We are currently
true.
together if you're listening to this on the 4th of July weekend. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to that. Could
Yes.
be some nice bonding time.
Yeah, a little hanging out, a little drinking, a little celebrating America.
Yeah, hopefully the weather is not going to cooperate, it looks like, but you never know.
You never know.
These
Weathermen have been known to be wrong.
It's true. The summer rain is always a mystery because a lot of times when it's this hot and muggy, it's bound to rain regardless. Mm-hmm. It could rain for 25 minutes. It could rain for
All fucking day.
9 hours.
Yep.
So sometimes you just never know.
Nope.
I'm hoping for the 20-minute side of it though.
Obviously.
Yeah.
No one wants to be stuck inside.
No. 'Cause I love a good just outdoor grill barbecue sesh. Chilling.
And that's what 4th of July is all
No
about.
worries in the world. But what are you going to do?
Flipping patties and drinking beer.
I say screw it. Even if it rains, we'll barbecue in the rain.
There's a Four Seasons room
Okay.
attached to, a closed-in deck, if you will. So rain or shine, we'll have...
Rain or shine, we got stuff on the grill.
That's right.
But I've found another interest of mine. I wouldn't really call it an interest. It's one of those things that just piques my mind.
Within the past week?
Yeah. Piques my mind for a little. I think about it. I think about all the possibilities it could bring, what my life would be with it, without it. And it's never going to happen, I really don't think, but
Don't say that.
I kind of was thinking about a motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
I
Interesting.
think I like the idea of a
motorcycle?
motorcycle better than actually having it. Which in my life, a lot of things are like that. I like the idea of things rather than the actual thing.
Okay.
Books is a great example of the idea of books, but I generally get the books and
Never read 'em?
I read 30, 40 pages and then I forget I've started a book.
Right.
But the motorcycle community seems like such a fun little thing.
Yeah. I guess.
I know there seems like a big spectrum. There's these hardcore biker gangs with leather jackets.
Harleys.
Then there's these more hipster guys who ride these they're called cafe racers. They're these little they're called the old school bikes. They're not like built up Harleys. They're these kind of they're more old school looking. They tend to be more vintage looking.
Gotcha.
Then there's the street bikers who ride those insanely fast, souped up Kawasaki, whatever the fuck they're called.
Right.
I know nothing about bikes, as you can
That's all you know?
probably tell.
Yeah.
I kind of pictured them in these 3 categories.
Okay. And anyone outside of it just gets lumped in.
Yeah, and I would rather be more into like the cafe racer, they're called, I believe.
I feel like then that just means you're all about the looks of a bike.
Yeah, I'm all
You're
about
all about
that,
the appearance of being a motorcycle rider.
exactly.
Not the hardcore on either end. You're just all about how cool it would make you look.
Yeah, and they got their own wave, which I love. I love exclusivity when it comes to
I know you do.
the waves.
You just want to get waved at.
Like
you want to
when
be part of a community of waves.
When I get my Forerunner, I don't think
When?
I don't think Forerunners have waves.
When, not if.
No, it's not an if. I don't think they have waves. I mean, they might,
I think they do.
but I'm definitely going to wave at other Forerunners. There's no, and if anything, I'm starting it. I'm starting the wave.
I think everyone who, unless it's like a generic car.
And some may say the Forerunner is a generic car.
Yeah, but they don't make it anymore, right?
No, they do. The FJ
Oh.
don't make anymore. FJ's definitely got a wave for sure.
I thought you were talking about the FJ this whole time.
Like Forerunners, I could potentially drive past, a mom who just has a Forerunner because she
Exactly,
lugs her
yep.
kids around, and I'm just like, giving the old
Yep, she's not
three
gonna
finger,
She's
hey.
gonna like hide her kid's eyes. Like, don't
Yeah,
look at that
yeah,
guy.
don't-
Don't look at that
he's-
stranger waving
yeah.
at us. We don't know him. Stranger.
So that could be very well not a thing for Forerunners.
Might
but
be.
bikes got it. Doesn't matter what kind of bike you're riding, they all wave at each other.
Do they wave at the 3-wheel bikes?
I wouldn't.
You don't even have a bike, and you're already like.
But if I would.
you already think you're above them.
Honestly, if I rode bikes for a while and like I don't know how much like effort it takes to keep them up and like turning.
Well, I mean, you ride a bicycle, right?
Yeah, these are definitely heavier machines for sure, but
Right, but I feel like once you get a little speed going, it's pretty much the same thing.
I tend to think the older, more casual rider get those 3-wheelers.
I feel like it's usually people who have like back problems or something.
Who
Who
like
like
to just lay back a little bit and
Yeah.
just chill. Yeah, I feel like I gotta go.
3-wheeler?
No.
Yeah.
I gotta go bike or nothing. I'm not getting the 3-wheel.
No,
I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. I don't even think I have the balls to just ride one on the highway
You also gotta get a different license for it.
and insurance.
And
it ain't
insurance.
cheap. It ain't cheap.
No.
It'll take a lot of gas.
You got
though.
other things in your life to pay for.
Yeah, like imagine I came home with a bike and we got a wedding that we're planning. That would be a fun conversation.
We can have it right now.
They'd be like, yeah, but listen, we get to wave at each other.
Yeah, but listen, you can like scrunch yourself up on the back and like you have to hold on really
Yeah,
tight.
you have to squeeze in.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable, but you can sit back there.
Yeah, but like you'll almost feel the wind in your hair when it goes up through the helmet.
Almost. Yeah. Just the strands that stick out underneath, you'll
Yeah.
feel it in your hair. Yes, I don't know. It's a pipe dream for sure.
So a bike, Jake, huh?
Yeah, it's the idea of them. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Like
It'll never come to fruition.
I wouldn't wear a leather jacket. I would just wear like standard clothes.
Not even like you wouldn't wear like protective jacket, like a leather jacket. You would wear just like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, you better not fall off.
I don't see a lot of people on.
Road rash, Jake.
I know. I don't see a lot of people on non-street bikes that don't wear those. All the guys on Harleys wear like leather
'cause they're-
vests that say
Because they're badasses, Jake.
like, the West Side Bike Gang on it.
Wow, you really running into the rough crowd of the bikes.
This is over by Margaret King. I saw a bunch of them pull into the gas
Well,
station.
this is the season for it. Once the weather starts getting really nice, you see like crowds of 20 bikes
I
going.
know. Like that would be so cool. Just ride down the road with like 40 people. Mm-hmm. That would be sick.
That's the coolest part, I think.
I don't think I
The
would.
camaraderie.
I would only ride it if I was going to go out with like a bunch of people.
That's it. You'd only go out on coordinated days.
Yeah, maybe because I'd feel more comfortable.
You can't get groceries unless you wear a backpack.
No. You're not going.
You have to wear a
You're not
backpack.
taking the bike out for groceries for sure.
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, that's enough bike talk. I think. I didn't think
Have
I
you
could talk
talked
about,
yourself out of it?
I think I could talk about bikes for so long.
Did we even really talk about bikes?
No, not like
Not
the
really.
specifics of bikes,
No.
but just bike talk.
All right, Jake. Let me get your mind off things. Because I heard it again today. So I made a note the other day when I heard this commercial, and I heard it on the drive up here. Have you ever heard the Big Lou commercials?
Big Lou?
Yeah.
No.
I think he's like an attorney or a lawyer or something like that.
Call Big Lou.
He's called. The commercial says at the end, "Call Big Lou," because he's blah 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 too. Like he tries to like play like a familiarity role kind of thing, and I guess someone else has found like his commercials interesting because there's a SoundCloud with his commercials on it.
Just his commercials? It's not like a remix of like...
No, so there's like 5 songs on the SoundCloud, and it's just like minute-long commercials of his.
Of Big Lou.
Big Lou. So we could probably play him on here, right? Because like, if anything, it's free advertising.
Oh, yeah, let's hear Big Lou.
So this is the one I heard the other day that I made a note on. It's about... I'll just let you...
Yeah, let's let the... Let it speak for itself.
Have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-276-1640. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems. And if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-276-1640. That's 800-276-1640 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-276...
Great voice.
I don't know if that is Big Lou.
That's not Big Lou.
Yeah, I don't think
whoever
so.
they got, he's got a great voice.
Yeah, so Big Lou, pretty much, he just...
He sounds like the guy I would call if I got in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, so Big Lou just sells health insurance, right? So that's one about being on your 4th trophy wife.
Is that what they were referring to at the end when he said he's just like you, he's only on number 2?
Yeah. So in the beginning of the commercial, they said, if you've already been divorced 3 times and you're on your new trophy wife and you want to provide her with life insurance or whatever. So
he's only on his 2nd.
You're on number 4, but Big Lou's just like you. He's only on number 2.
So he's been there, but he's not as bad as you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So here's another one. I think this is about being...
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou is one of you and make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou is like you. He's on meds too.
Dude, Big Lou sounds like an insane guy.
Yeah, Big Lou's been through it all. Anything that you've been through, Big Lou's right there with you.
And you've heard these before?
Yeah, they're on the radio.
Wow. Like see when they use Porky, that's really that's how you connect to the audience, because like when you hear all these medical terms like, oh, are you overweight? Are you struggling with this? But like if you're a doctor and you're like, you're just a little Porky.
Just a little Porky.
It puts a little personality into it. It makes him seem like just like he's a normal guy.
Listen, Big Lou knows what he's doing. But they're just crazy commercials to hear like on the radio. Like I'm listening to like the Michael K show, like a afternoon top radio show in the tri-state area.
And then Porky
and
Lou
this is the
on.
commercial I get to listen to. Like there's other ones I don't know what they're about, so I'm not going to play them because I don't know if they're as funny as those two. But
I love a bit Porky.
Maybe you're a bit Porky.
I haven't heard that describe an overweight person in a long time.
No.
It's a nice way to put it.
Is it? Is it nice?
Is it better than chubby?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't really think it is.
I guess
I feel like they're very like...
Any way
not nice.
Any way you slice it, describing an overweight person, it's never really, it's like a backhanded...
Round?
No, round, because then you visualize round. Like Porky, at least... Like
Porky's not nice. There's no way you're going to sugarcoat this.
When I hear of Porky, I think
pig?
of someone who's jolly, like a funny, like...
A funny
Porky
fat
dude. A funny fat. Yeah. It's a funny fat.
So you're not just fat, but at least you're a funny
The
fat.
personality helps with the overweightness.
No, you're definitely fat, but at least you're funny about it.
Husky's not great because like
Husky sounds tough though. You know, like
I always think
you wouldn't picture of a couch potato who's like very soft being
like
husky.
doughy, like a doughy guy who's on the couch.
Husky is someone who's fat, but he'll like
He can move. He can move a
but
little
works
bit.
construction all day or something. You know, like
Yeah, so
he'll chop down trees and put up a fence in your yard.
he's
or something.
got some extra poundage, but he can also
But he knows how to wield it.
yeah, he can also bring in his, Tommy Johnson and
I feel like you want
Nikki Hicks over here.
Oh, what is
Bang,
that?
bang.
What is that?
Tommy Johnson and Nikki Hicks?
Yeah. Is
Right
that,
left hook.
is that from something, or did you just name them that right now?
I just named those guys.
I feel like it should be Tommy and Johnson. Give you the old Tommy Johnson. Did I ever introduce you to Tommy Johnson? Bam, bam.
So yeah, that's Husky. Tommy Johnson.
That's probably what Tommy Johnson. Any Tommy Johnson out there probably is Husky.
Yeah.
Just a Husky name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so Jake, I'm still waiting for you to say a nice way of telling someone they're big.
No, they're real. That's what I'm saying. Any way you slice
Big
it, there's
boned?
no. Yeah, because big boned is a very backhanded compliment because it's just like they definitely know you're overweight, but they
It's
just
not your fault.
yeah, but it's just like but you're like in every other way you're like really great. You're just big boned, like you try. No, I think it's like you try to lose the weight, but you're just a big boned person.
You're
You
just big
can't.
boned. You can't. There's no way. There's
Just
no
like you've never been skinny, you're never gonna be. You're just big boned. It's like
you
I
have
don't know what
no
else to tell
hope
you.
in life.
Yeah. I've heard them all too. I was always a bigger kid too. So no one's ever called me husky or big bone, but I was just like
Porky?
No, I've never been called Porky, but I would have preferred Porky. I don't think I would have had the. I would have had the strength to take that if someone called me Porky at a young age. But
I thought you just said it was nice.
But no, at our age,
oh.
like
So you have to be mature to be Porky.
you have to be mature. I think to take any kind of fat.
That's also true.
description.
That's true.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, Porky?
Big Lou knows. He's
He
just
does.
like you.
I'd love to see what this Big Lou guy looks like.
I don't even know if he's a real guy. Big Lou just rhymes with stuff, I think. Big Lou's just like you.
He could be big. He could be Porky.
He's got to be big. It's
Yeah,
in
'cause
his
he's
name.
on meds.
He's on Big Lou's just like you.
probably got diabetes.
He's on meds too.
When does that happen? Like, is that just with weight diabetes?
I don't know.
Or is
Jake.
that any?
No, I don't think it's just weight.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get into things I don't know. But I think it's just something. I have no idea. But it's definitely not just.
always
It's definitely
hear
not
it
just weight.
when it's just like older people.
Because I do know that there was an NFL quarterback.
Is that to do with
Jay
sugar?
Cutler. Yeah.
Oh, it's sugar. Okay.
Well, it's your insulin because they have to take insulin shots because they
Right,
can't
right,
digest
right.
or process whatever it is. It's sugar or something else. We're gonna sound like real idiots.
Yeah, that's fine.
But there was an NFL quarterback, Jay Cutler. I think he has diabetes. Obviously not a fat guy.
No, very in shape.
Probably in way better shape than us combined.
I would say maybe a
Even
little.
though he's not like the most athletic one on
He's
the field.
slightly husky,
Yeah, he might be husky.
but he can wield it, like you said.
Yeah, he's even got diabetes.
Yeah, husky means you can perform at all levels with your weight.
Maybe you just get a little winded quicker than others. That's all.
Then I think I would categorize myself as a husky because I can do activities, but the longevity of the activity might not be.
I don't know if that's husky, Jake. That just might be out of shape.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess since we're on the whole
Health kick?
health kick,
All
so
right.
I've been running as I mentioned last podcast, and last night was Thursday night was a late night run because I had a busy day. I'm like, God damn it, I still have to run. Went
Gotta
downstairs.
stick to it.
It was like 10:15. It was late. I walked down there, and usually there's no one in our gym. Even on like a
Peak gym time.
Gym time.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
at 5:30. There's like maybe a person in there,
Yeah.
and I had never seen anyone at night. I went down there. I swear to God, the lady was probably 75. An old lady was in there,
Husky?
No,
Porky?
tiny as hell.
Yeah.
And as soon as I walk in, she strikes up a little small talk. She goes, "Oh, you're a late night, person as well." I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, night owl, she said. I said, "Yeah, long day. Got to get the workout in now." And she goes, "I usually don't see anyone down here at night, but tonight I see you." Like, she was very nice. She's having a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, usually it's pretty quiet down here." She goes, "I can only work out at night." And like, I've never seen this lady before.
Right.
And so I put my one earbud in because I didn't just want to like silence her out right away.
Right.
I started the treadmill, slow walk. And
Didn't want to be rude.
yeah. And she said, "Well, enjoy." I said, "Thank you, I'll try." And I didn't speak to her after that. Put my headphone in, started the treadmill. And this lady was on like just about every machine, like doing pull downs. She was doing leg presses, not with any weight at all, but she was just doing the motions and everything. I don't know what it was, but that is the kind of motivation I need. Not all these like ripped millennials who are like, "Yo, this is what you got to do to get in shape." I need the grandmas who are busting
still
ass
doing it. Yeah,
late
still doing
night
it.
at a gym at their apartment complex. She was in jeans and a collared shirt, and she was just she was repping it out. And I'm like, dude, this lady is getting after it. I have no excuse.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, I used to play soccer in like an old men's pickup, not league, but just on an old man's pickup day. It was like Sunday or Saturday morning, and they were all older. They were all like 40 plus, way older. And like none of them moved very agilely anymore.
Right.
But they were just out there doing it. Like there was a guy named Jimmy. I think he was 75, 78, like officially like said his age, like 78, just running up and down. Didn't move very side to side, just would go up and down.
He was out there, though.
You pass him the ball, he'd pass it back, but he was out there playing every week. Every week he was there.
I was so pumped. I was like, damn, I want to be able to do that when I'm like 72 years old.
That's what I said. Every time like he would like do something good, someone would go 78 and still doing it. And I'd be like, I can only hope. And he goes, "Me too, man." Like that was like every week someone would make that comment.
I know. I mean, honestly, if you grew up decently athletic doing sports, like, yeah, life is definitely going to get in the way of being able to be active all the time. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you just like chip away, do it here and there, and not have like some like career-ending injury,
right?
You should be able to like keep.
You can only hope,
up.
yeah. But as long as your back or your hips don't give out.
It's the back and the joints, like wherever all the movement is. Mm-hmm. Like, no, that's what you want to be. That's where you want to be at 72.
Yep. Not performing at a top level, just performing.
Just performing.
I'm here to just perform. I'm not going to be the lead of the show, but I'm here just to perform.
And I bet that lady definitely is one not to talk about her workouts too. Like she doesn't tell her grandkids and her kids like that she's working out. I feel like
I bet she does.
Grandma, you look so good. Like
I bet she brags about it.
You think she thinks she's like
110%? I bet she brags about it.
I only work out,
but not to people like you
at 10:30.
Not to people like you, but when the grandkid, like if she's over, if she goes over for lunch,
throws like a baseball to her grandkid.
If your grandma came over for lunch, right?
Yeah.
And your mom and dad like welcome her in the house, and like you're gonna have a lunch. So when grandma comes over for lunch, it's probably like a barbecue at like 12 or 1.
Yeah,
it's not like a late lunch.
Oh no, yeah.
Never with the grandparents.
Never.
So grandma probably comes over. Maybe you had a late night. Maybe you and me and Casey were hanging out, and you're sleeping into like 11:30, whatever. Like which isn't that late, really.
No, it's a solid sleep.
Grandma showed up at 10:30, and you walk down the stairs. Grandma would be like, "Oh, Jake, it's nice of you to join us." She'd be like, "I love seeing you. You look good." Huh, 11:30. Wow, I worked out 3 hours ago. Every Sunday, Jake, I'm up working out. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're right. She definitely shoves it in the face.
Yeah, but like in a grandma way where it's like, Oh, you're just getting up?
Yeah.
It must be nice.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
I was in the gym last night at 10:30, and I was up at 6 this morning. So
I got a 2-hour lift in last night
Yeah,
at
she was
10:30.
lifting.
Yeah, right.
She was lifting.
Right.
She had dumbbells out next to, like, she was practically supersetting.
Probably.
I was like, dude, this lady's awesome.
But there's no... I would bet a lot of money that she subtly brags about
Yeah,
working
she
out.
drops it in during conversation.
In a very grandma
Oh,
way.
sorry. I'm sore. You know,
Yeah.
it was biceps last night.
Yeah. Jake, can you go get grandma's, she brought a lawn chair over for the barbecue. Can you go grab it out of her car? Which is like, you go help your grandma lift things, but then grandma wouldn't just let it slide. Grandma would be like, yeah, because my shoulders are sore
Yeah.
from benching last night.
Yeah, it's just not that I'm not capable of getting it. I
Because
just need to rest.
trust me, I was lifting
capable.
6 times that last night in the gym.
Oh my god!
But I forgot to take my creatine last night, so I'm feeling a little sore.
But she still has like grandma arms with like no muscle, but she just like is working out to just be able to function.
Yeah, keep loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, she has like literally 0 biceps. She goes, sorry, yesterday was back and buys. I just can't get it. It's just like nothing there.
Yeah. But no, there's no way that, like, to her family, she definitely brags.
That's fair. I would if I was 72 and just repping out in the gym.
Right. She also just might be like 50 and just like wrinkled.
Yeah, no, she could easily be like low 60s, but like,
Some of those people who just
Has seen some
tanned
shit.
too much.
she was tan. She was pretty tan.
She might just be wrinkly and leathery.
She had a nasty humpback too, but like, still kicking it.
Still lifting.
I never know what that comes from. Like, when
Probably
like,
bad posture.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to correct it down there. Maybe that's what.
With the bench press. Just work it into shape.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I was pumped. It's like, that's what I need. Time to run a fast mile. Mm-hmm. Didn't run a fast mile, but still worth the motivation.
Yeah.
All right, what do you say we do a quick break and then we'll come back for more fun?
Sure.
What are you feeling the beer word for halftime is?
The Half Full Brewery Bloom, Jake.
Mm-hmm. Quite the pretty can too.
It's a good can.
Solid.
Deceptive in my eyes, but it's good. You got a word?
Not quite yet.
Okay, I got one. Anew.
Anew?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a real word.
ANEW?
Sure.
Sounds like it.
I like to start things anew.
It sounds like it could be like an old English word.
Anew, Jake. It's like starting over.
I would say look it up.
It's like the whole message of the beer. That they're starting fresh. It's that time of year, Jake.
Yeah, well, I was gonna also have a play on it, but I'm still gonna use the word, I guess.
Anew,
Yeah,
Jake.
it's a word.
Yeah, it's a word. I know what I'm talking about.
In a new or different, typically more positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Her career had begun anew.
Just like we will come back after halftime anew.
Listen to this sentence that they use for anew. Her career had began anew with a lucrative Japanese modeling contract.
No, that's very specific.
So specific.
That sounds intimate, whoever wrote that definition.
And my word
Is.
blossom. The beer is starting to
You're
get
staring the sunflowers right in the eyes.
a little bit. I think the beer has different taste as you drink it. Like in the beginning, it was not sweet, but I was definitely tasting the fruit. Mm-hmm. But now it's starting to like level out a little bit, where I'm starting to get like are you getting like any type of like not bitterness, but that like IPA.
A little
kick
bit.
to
I
it?
mean, I got it in the beginning too, but I definitely tasted more fruit in the beginning as well. I'm still not getting what I thought it would taste like. Like that. There's a beer. It might be Flower Power,
That
Or
would
something.
definitely be, that's one of the
but
most
it was like grassy.
that
Tastes
one's
like nature.
one of the most like bitter ones
Yeah, it tastes
I've
like
ever
dirt
had.
that I'm drinking.
I have flower power in the fridge.
I mean, but 4.5%, it's going to be an easy drink.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if you're new to the beer game, we learned a while ago
a while ago.
that the sessions were created for those to be able to drink while working.
That's true. Yeah, we
When they
did.
took
That was a more you know a few episodes
Yeah,
back.
they took.
I mean, we didn't have one this week, so I mean, hit the button. the session beers were made so that you can go and have a beer on your lunch break or your
quick
quick
15
break.
minute.
They're a lower alcohol percentage, so that way you don't get fucked up on the job,
Chug
but you
one
can,
down
but you
real
can still
quick and-
drink.
I start bringing some sessions to work and see what they say.
Hey, it's in the definition.
It is.
These are made for work.
Wondering if in my employee contract it says no alcoholic beverages during work. Probably somewhere in the fine
I'm
print.
sure it says it in there somewhere because somewhere down the road someone was probably just drinking on the job.
Oh yeah.
Just got tanked.
I'll read my contract over when we go to break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
Yep.
And we're back.
Yes.
Hope you're still with us.
Yeah, hopefully they ain't leave. Otherwise we're doing this for nothing.
That's all right.
Just for us.
Just for our sanity.
Yeah.
So I came across a social media debate a couple weeks back, but we hadn't recorded in a while, so we never talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
The old game, the prank game, as little whippersnappers we used to play.
Ding Dong Ditch?
Ding Dong Ditch.
Wow, look at that. I knew it.
So I was never aware, but apparently it may be just a area by area basis of what we call it.
It's like hoagie,
Yeah, hoagie,
soda.
wedge, sub, pop, soda,
cola.
you name it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but
Interesting.
some of the names that these people have called this game are so crazy that it just doesn't even. They shouldn't even be in debate.
one of them better be named Ring and Run.
I don't know if I saw Ring and Run.
Missed opportunity.
So ours is Ding Dong Ditch.
Yeah.
That's how I've always not known it.
Yep.
So the thing that started it all was someone's tweet that said, knock a door run. And then they posted
Well, that was around
it.
before the doorbells were invented, I guess.
Yeah, and they said they'll be taking no more questions on the concern. That's what it's called.
Wow.
Knock a door run.
They're just shutting. They're dropping the mic on that.
And it kind of exploded because people were like, that is absolutely,
Absurd.
not what it's called.
Right.
Someone came back and said, oh, we've called it knock down ginger, which makes no sense.
It sounds
Sounds like they're just throwing a redheaded kid on the
yeah.
ground.
It sounds like a personal attack.
And then the Ding Dong Ditch came and said, they're like, I'm so surprised that I keep up the scrolling down and have not seen Ding Dong Ditch. This is the only name it should ever be.
It's true.
But long story short, everything from Chappie to Nicky Knocky Nine Doors, Bobby Knocking, and Cherry Knocking, even Chicken Lee and Rapadors made appearances on the thread of what people have called this game.
Wow. Do we believe all of them? I don't know.
I don't know, but they just seem like such weird names that they like they
Yeah.
could be trolled names.
Yeah.
Like Chicken Lee seems like it could be something because it's just like, ooh, I'm gonna knock it and.
Yeah.
But
Bobby breaks down doors. What was it?
It was Bobby Knocking.
Bobby knocking.
Nicky,
I guess what is that called? That's just called like a door knocker, right? Not Bobby knocker.
I love Nicky Knocky Nine Doors. That one.
That's a good one.
I don't know if that one's.
That's
made
gotta
up
be
or
a
not,
troll.
but that one should. If anything, if there's like which one should win in creative names, that one wins. But it's just so funny because I had never known it was up for a debate. But the knock a door run, it's like there's no creativeness to it.
Yeah, there's no real creativeness to Ding Dong Ditch either.
Oh yeah, it's a good. I think it's just because of the onomatopoeia.
Knock a door
That's not
run is
onomatopoeia.
literally the same
Alliteration.
thing.
Alliteration.
Knock a door run is literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Ding
but
Dong Ditch
with-
knock a door run.
At least you have the alliteration with Ding Dong Ditch.
Knock a door run has like a nice little ring to it though.
Yeah, I guess
Knock a
now
door
that
run.
you say it a couple of times.
Yeah.
It does.
You want to play some knock a door run?
How about Nicky knocking nine doors?
If you can't even say it, then I don't know if we can play it.
I don't know. So if you listen to this and you have called it or have heard it anything other than Ding Dong Ditch, we would love to We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you call it, because that is it's a pretty wild discussion that they had.
Yeah.
Knock a door run.
Nikki knocking 9 doors.
Royal mail delivery.
Lame.
Yeah. That's great.
Speaking of doing things, calling things, being different than other people.
Sheesh, got there.
Yeah, they're all lumped into the same thing, Jake. But this is a list of things that I guess apparently are hotly debated over
topics
over the internet.
Okay.
There are things that apparently divides the world.
50-50
And
split.
we're not talking politics or anything like that.
We're talking hard-hitting facts.
So I'm just going to get right into the list, Jake, and we're going to see if we agree or disagree.
All right.
So when you're checking the time, do you check your watch or do you check your phone? As someone who wears watches.
Yeah, someone who wears watches.
I don't wear any. I never wear a watch, so my answer is automatically the phone.
As many of you know, a lot of my watches don't have batteries in
That's
them.
true.
So,
but you got one right now. That's
yeah. So I usually, when I'm wearing my Fitbit, it's always Fitbit because I just turn the wrist. But if my
I would imagine that becomes like a reflex, though.
But if my phone's out, a quick tap of the screen,
Yep.
you get the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty split on that too. But I would say majority of the time I'm checking my watch.
Okay. All right. Already
I'm
disagreeing.
an old soul.
Pizza, Jake. When you eat pizza, do you eat the crust or not?
At any point,
I think so.
absolutely. Crust is one of the
You
best
gotta eat
parts.
the crust, right?
Crust is one of the best parts.
That's true. We agree on that then. I mean, sometimes if I have like 3 slices in front of me,
And you're getting towards the end.
sometimes
Yeah.
I'll save the crust for end. It's almost like if I have room for the crust,
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, because it does fill you up a little bit.
Yeah, so at times it'll look like I don't eat the crust, but that's only if like I don't have room. I gotta get the nutritious stuff in
And
first.
You fold? Are you folding?
All the time. Pizza's made to fold.
It is. Yeah, I don't do
Not
that.
folding your pizza is almost as bad as eating pizza with a fork and a knife.
Yeah, well, I agree. But if you ever had like a loaded slice, like a big old
It's tough to
chunky
fold.
slice, sometimes you got
like Anthony Franco's.
Yeah.
You got to what?
You got. I think sometimes if
I
it's
saw the motion you were doing.
if it's too loaded
Yeah.
and it's hot right in the oven,
Yeah.
you gotta cut it with a fork
You
and knife.
never.
No, I know
You
never.
never got to cut with a fork and a knife when you're eating pizza. I understand the not fold when you got one of those thick. I don't even know what they're called. Just thick crust,
Specialty pieces.
specialty slices of just like chicken bacon ranch just loaded up there, where you can't fold that bad boy if you wanted to.
You ever just been in the mood to just have like a neater slice where you just give it a little?
No, never. Pizza's meant for
Any other pie?
That's like eating wings with a fork and a knife.
Yeah, that's no. That's
They're
just crazy.
meant to be eaten with like your
know how
hands.
they're meant to
It's like
be
eating
eaten.
mozzarella sticks with fork and a knife.
Maybe I've done that.
Chicken nuggets with a fork and a knife. Not chicken fingers, chicken nuggets.
Boneless wings I've done with a fork.
Fork is different. You're not cutting into it.
Cut it in half.
Yeah, it's not like
I agree.
It's not trying to be neat
I
about
agree.
it. It's
Pizza
just.
should not be eaten with fork and knife.
But you're saying
But on
sometimes.
special occasions.
I don't even. Let's just
Maybe.
move on. Before I get angry, Jake, let's just move on. Cereal. I hope we agree on this one. Milk first or cereal first?
I think milk first is a serial killer move.
It's a good. Don't.
Yes. Cereal. I was like, wait, what did I just do? Yeah, no, the serial killer move would be milk first.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta go cereal and then.
Do you
Pour the
go,
milk
so
on
you
top.
pour the cereal in.
Yep.
Do you go until you see the lift of the cereal in the bowl where like the milk kind of just
Depends on my mood.
lifts it up?
Depends on my mood. How much milk am I really feeling? How much milk do I want to drink at the end?
I love a lot of milk in the cereal. Because generally the cereal's going to get the milk, that sugary goodness.
That's true.
And at the end, you're left with just a sweet, sweet pour.
Just silence. That's all you're left
sweet,
with.
sweet pour.
All right, Jake. Coke or Pepsi? Not a big soda drinker.
No, but I think it's Coke.
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I would pick Pepsi all the time, 100%. But I feel like I almost like Coke a little more now. I don't know why. I don't know what comes with the mature age that Coke becomes...
I don't really know because, it's always a crapshoot when you go to a restaurant.
Yeah, a restaurant, it's always a 50-50. Can I get a Coke? And is Pepsi okay?
I feel like it's always Pepsi. They just never have Coke.
I feel like people... I think this is more like back to a regional thing. I think like Coke is almost just like what you ask for.
And then it's just like...
And then depending on the restaurant, they have Pepsi or Coke. Like Coke is just like a Coca-Cola, You're just looking for that kind of soda.
Cola.
Yeah. All right, Jake, 4-digit lock code or 6-digit on your phone?
I think I have a 6, but I didn't know you can make it a 4. You can downgrade it?
I don't know if you can.
Because if that's the case, I will downgrade it right now because I hate putting in the 6.
Well, you know what I hate? Mine's a 6 too. And I feel like I changed it at one point. Maybe I didn't. But I hate it. Almost like it grinds my gears. Welcome to the Bush League. Now that I have Face ID on my phone and the Face ID doesn't work.
Oh yeah,
it like angers me. I just keep like turning the screen off and on to almost like hope. Like I would be in my phone already if I just put the code in, but I have to just keep I like face it away from me and then turn it back to me.
It's very annoying.
It's like aggravating
that there's no alternate to Face ID to get in without passcoding because the thumbprint was great.
Yeah,
the thumbprint I never had any issue with.
There's no thumb button to even use.
There's nothing. It's either face or bust.
When the face doesn't work, nothing ticks me off more than that almost.
When the face don't work, nothing works.
All right, good. In the morning, Jake, do you have one alarm set or do you set like multiple?
No, most of the time I set one alarm, but I'm a snoozer. I could snooze up to 5 times in the morning.
Easily. Well, okay, so...
Which is not healthy.
No, it's not.
You should get up on your first alarm.
Yeah, it's not the way to go.
I digress because I used to be up on my first alarm in college. I think slowly as my responsibilities... Jesus Christ. My phone keeps falling off. I think slowly as my responsibilities have digressed, I've snoozed later and later.
Welcome to the dark side, Jake. I mean, the question that I got from the internet was 1 alarm or 10, which is just
10?
Absurd. I mean, to be honest, I might snooze 10 times. It might come to me having 10 alarms. But in reality, I have 2 alarms set, and I snooze them both multiple times.
Okay.
So I probably hit the snooze button 6 times.
Do you ever run into the situation where
I turn off?
You're like almost overlapping, where you have snoozed, and then 2 minutes later you're getting another alarm
sometimes
going?
even less than 2 minutes. Yeah.
So
Which is like,
craziness.
that's like when I'm like, okay, now it's time to get up.
Yeah.
Almost. I almost like wait for that moment to come.
Where you're annoyed.
I'm
you're annoyed
slowly
at yourself.
like closing the interval between my alarms until it's like, now it's time to wake up. But also sometimes because I'm so used to snoozing 2 alarms so many times, sometimes instead of hitting snooze, I'll turn it off. Or I'll turn one off and be like, all right, next alarm I'm getting up. But accidentally forgot that I turned one off earlier. And then
makes you
wake up
in
in a
3
panic,
minutes.
like 10 minutes later and go, why isn't my alarm going off? And I'm hopping out of bed in a hurry.
My alarm situation could be a little better for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm there with you on that one. All right, Jake, when you're reading a book, which we established before neither of us really do.
I try to.
Are you a bookmarker or a dog ear, whatever that's called?
Dog ear. But I think after buying a book, you tend to want to take a little bit more care of it.
See, that's what people say. Like, I've heard someone say you shouldn't dog ear. It's bad for the book.
Technically is.
But
but it's
there's nothing in that corner that I'm dog earing.
Yeah, and I don't.
And it's not like I'm ripping pages out.
Yeah, I'm not just trying to preserve this book so that I can go into museums.
Right.
It's
exactly.
just like a book.
Yeah. So I don't get that whole
I guess
side
maybe
of it.
if you ever give it to someone to read, you don't just have a mess of corners that are flapped
Yeah,
in.
but I don't leave them folded over. When I open it back up to read, I unfold it and then it's pressed in the book. It almost flattens itself back out. That's all I'm saying. So there we go, Jake. We're on opposite sides of this one.
Yeah, I tend to bookmark if I can, but if I
couldn't even tell you the last time I owned a bookmark.
Yeah, well, that's
Like-
the thing.
like
I
third grade.
I don't bookmark with a bookmark. I bookmark with like a
receipt?
card from like a deck of
Whatever you can
cards
find?
or receipt or just something to stick in there.
Fair enough. All right, Jake, when you make yourself a sandwich, are you a diagonal cutter or a right down the middle cutter?
Ooh, always diagonal.
Yeah, I'm diagonal too. Although
Strictly
I don't really cut my sandwiches. If I make them for myself,
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
really cut them.
I only cut them if I'm really stack them high. Like if I'm going all out on a sandwich for lunch, I'll diagonal it.
Yeah.
Just for aesthetics, though, not because there's no practicality to it, whether it's center or diagonal. I think it's just like it doesn't hold up any better. I think if you cut it one way or another,
Maybe it does. I don't know. But I definitely go diagonal.
I
as
think
well.
it's just aesthetically pleasing.
Might be. Jake, are you a headphone user or an earbud user? Preferably, I guess.
I prefer the over the ear headphones, but practicality wise, earbuds are the way to go. But I would say 80% of my day is spent with over the ear headphones.
I think they're better.
I think they're much better.
Especially because, like, going on long plane flights, like, I feel like when I wear earbuds, my ears start to hurt.
Yeah,
If I have to
like
wear
the
earbuds for
interior of the ears.
Yeah, like the little part that's in front of your ears, like that little overhang, whatever
Yep.
that thing's called, your septum or something.
This
No, that's
little
your
guy?
nose.
This
Yeah, the
little
little
guy?
guy. Yeah, this
Oh,
little guy.
Oh, this guy in
The thing you're touching.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that is.
Some people get it pierced though, don't they?
Yeah, this would be a fantastic question for my fiance, but she doesn't have this pierced, but she would know what this is called.
Oh, okay. But anyway, like I just feel like my ears get sore when I wear
Yeah.
earbuds, like on a long flight.
I'm just a fan of the over the ear. I think they have better sound quality usually,
Yep, I'm right there with you.
but definitely for practicality use, people will tend to go earbud.
Yeah, I think so. When you eat sushi, Jake, or I guess any Asian cuisine, are you chopsticks or fork?
Chopsticks.
Yeah.
Took me a little bit to rein in the skills.
Yeah, I think that's for everybody though. Not everyone gets the chopstick down right away.
Megan only uses chopsticks when we're in the store. In the restaurant. But now she'll do she'll do chopsticks.
At home?
She has tried to, but when she gets annoyed, just goes
Wait, so
fork or
you
fingers.
use chopsticks at home?
I use chopsticks here, yeah. With like if we order in sushi or like Thai food,
And it comes with chopsticks?
always comes with chopsticks. yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like if I'm in a place, I'll always use the chopsticks when they're there and available.
Yeah.
So when we order our Chinese at home, it doesn't come with I don't think it comes with chopsticks. I never see it in the bag.
Yeah, but you're never going out of your way for chopsticks.
I'm never going out of my way for chopsticks. We can
Me
have
either, me
we can
either.
have them in the drawer in the kitchen. I'm not walking around to go get them. It's almost like the chopsticks need to be provided to me, and if they are, I'm always taking chopsticks.
See, I will use chopsticks for sushi. I'll go out of my way to use it for sushi because I think it's just easier to eat with chopsticks. Because like it's hard to pick up sushi with a fork sometimes because they're delicate.
Yep,
So you got to squeeze them.
it's true. I don't even eat sushi, but I know that's true.
Oh, you're not a sushi guy.
No. All right, Jake. When you're browsing the internet, do you like to use tabs, multiple tabs open at the top, or do you like to have multiple windows open?
I usually have 15 tabs open at one time.
So you're a tab guy.
Yeah, I don't understand the window thing.
I agree. I'm all about the tabs, but I sometimes find it beneficial to have multiple windows open on the same screen. So if you can have like
like a split.
a split screen,
I'll
or,
do that
or like
sometimes.
a couple windows open at the same time. I don't like flipping between windows where I can't see everything. That's annoying.
Got it.
But if I can have an article over here that I'm writing a paper about over here.
That's when it's useful.
Yeah.
If I'm browsing the internet, 20 tabs.
Yep.
No issue.
Yep.
And sometimes I'll just leave a tab open just because I know I'll go back to it like in a couple days. When even in
leave it
reality,
open?
like if I have it bookmarked, like say for YouTube, for example, for some reason, I tend to leave my YouTube tab open. Even though I have it bookmarked right on the
Are you
top
someone
bar.
on the phone who leaves all of their apps open?
No. See, I'm a closer. I close them all out, even
Yeah.
though like
Ari-
there's no need to really.
Ari does that all the time.
She closes them all?
No, she leaves them wide
So
open.
does Megan. She has like 95. Even though the new phones are good at not.
It's almost like a habit for me. Like if I go on Instagram or Twitter, if I'm done with it, I'll close the whole app. So I almost at most have like 3 tabs open at once, but they're not staying open for long. So like if I'm done, I just swipe right out, close it down. So whenever I use her phone and I go on Twitter or something, and I go to habitually close the app, I just find myself sitting there swiping 30 apps closed, like out of habit. And I'm like, why are these all open?
It's habit. I'm up, over, up, and I close them all.
Yep.
It's just a easy habit.
I agree. All right, Jake. How about the one that brought me to this list? When you use toothpaste, do you wet the toothbrush first and put the toothpaste on, or do you put toothpaste on the toothbrush then wet it?
Both.
You do both?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the toothpaste doesn't slide right off.
I'll wet the brush, toothpaste on, and a splash on, and I'm in.
Wow.
I didn't
think this list would take us to such a place that you just brought us.
There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just there's nothing. I don't get anything more out of it.
Nope.
It's a habit I've always done.
While I was trying to find this list, because this was a tough thing to search, like when I was Googling simple things that divide people, politics came up. And when I was trying to find lists of like things people argue about, like, or it was a tough list to find.
Just like hot debated topics that aren't.
Somehow I came up across putting water on your toothbrush for your toothpaste, and it's actually beneficial because if you put toothpaste on a dry toothbrush, completely dry, the toothpaste easily slides off the bristles. It almost needs a little moisture.
Oh, it needs something to kind of give it that stick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's recommended by dentists to wet the toothpaste toothbrush combo.
And we also learned that you shouldn't really rinse your mouth out.
Yep.
After toothpaste.
It just deactivates all the fluoride.
Everything that the toothpaste is meant for.
So when you're brushing your teeth and you wash your mouth after, it's just pretty much like you just like wiped all the dirt off.
Yeah, so like it cleaned it, but the
doesn't
whitening
serve any protection.
Yeah, the protection and everything is all gone after you. I was like, that's crazy. I rinsed my mouth out after
every time.
Just about every time.
Immediately.
I brushed my teeth. Yeah.
Immediately. All right, Jake.
Habit.
When you insert a USB drive or anything in your computer, do you eject it properly? Or do you just pull it right out?
I eject it properly just because I come from
You hit the eject button, like whatever, like, and then wait for it to say...
Well, only on Macs, just because my parents grew up in the technology world and they drilled into me to properly do things with technology. So now it's just a habit to eject drives from a Mac properly. But PCs, I am reckless.
I mean, I'm reckless with both. I just pull them right out.
There's probably nothing happens when you take out a drive in a Mac that's not if you don't just press the eject button.
Right.
But PCs, I am just popping in, popping out. Could care less. As long as I see the transfer's gone.
Just playing with it.
There's really, I mean, if you think about it, there's no need to properly eject it from a Mac, but I'm in a habit of doing it.
Well, there it is, Jake. Some simple things that I guess a lot of people might disagree on.
Yeah, there's definitely a few.
There's a couple things, but I thought we would agree with them, so I'll just run through them. Like if you get a chocolate bar, like a Hershey bar, and you were to eat the Hershey bar or a Kit Kat, do you just bite right into it, or do you break it off into individual pieces?
I break it.
Yeah,
usually.
Well, you say it like I would have, like I'm someone who bites into it, and you didn't want to disagree with me.
I eat chocolate weird though. I tend to not bite any of my chocolate.
Like even like a Reese's.
Yeah, so I'll bite it to break it off into my mouth.
Right.
But then I'll just let it sit there.
What do you mean just let it sit there? In your mouth? What do you mean just let it sit there?
I let chocolate treats
like melt in your mouth?
In my mouth, yeah. I don't bite most of my chocolate.
So you
M&Ms I do. I bite M&Ms and like.
So you eat chocolate like a mint.
Yeah, so give me like a Hershey bar. I'll break off a little piece
and
I'll put it in my mouth and I'll just kind of
gnaw at it.
I'll just let I'll move it around and everything so that it's like not just sitting on my tongue, but like I won't bite down into it.
Wow, thank God I went back to this question. It's like a mint to you, like a lollipop. You treat chocolate like a lollipop.
I have a problem with chocolate. I like chocolate so much, I just don't want it to go away. I think so. I just try not to like.
You try to like savor the moment.
I do. I savor every piece of chocolate. Like I have a chocolate bunny in my pantry right now, and I'll take a bite every night. Just because I can't have the whole thing, obviously, because it's so much sugar. And I'll just stand there in the kitchen and just, those 45, 50 seconds are just
the best part of your day?
Yeah,
Wow.
I stand there and I don't really move. I don't chew. I'm just
moving it back and forth in your mouth?
Just let it melt.
I can't, like, you're telling the truth here.
No, yeah, no, I'm 100%.
Huh. This is almost as, like, mind-blowing to me as going to sleep with duct tape on your mouth.
Yeah, I would agree. It's definitely something that I know a lot of people don't do.
No, and I find it crazy because Ariana, like, if we get a lollipop, she just chews it right away.
Like bites into a lollipop?
Listen, Jake, it's the same.
No,
it's the
not.
same amount.
I am savoring the flavor. She is destroying what a lollipop is meant to do.
It's the same amount of absurdity.
Oh, I can't wait to have her on the podcast to talk about that because that's serial killer activity.
So is just eating chocolate and letting it just melt in your mouth.
No, because that's what it's like.
That's not what it's made for.
Have you ever heard of like chocolate that melts in your mouth? That's what it is. Like that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to just naturally. Like, have you ever seen the guy who taste tested ice cream?
No.
It's hilarious. He puts like ice cream in his mouth and goes, and he just like kind of just like smacks it around in his mouth.
That's how people like taste everything, though. That's just taste testing things.
I taste test all my chocolate.
I've never heard of such a thing. All right, well,
I didn't expect you to.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
M&M's though I bite.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah,
I tried to.
They
in
have
the
a thin
beginning.
candy coated shell, Jake.
I tried to in the beginning, but it's just weird because you get that like naked shell on it, and then you have to bite through that, and they're best when crunched.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I thought we were gonna just agree on all these so simply.
Try it though. Next time anyone has chocolate, don't bite into it. Don't just chomp at it. Let it just sit there.
I don't even want to.
You don't have to keep going anymore. We can just go.
I don't even
want
to listen to this anymore. Yeah, I mean, nothing's gonna top that. Whatever we just heard.
All right, let's maybe just change subject real quick, and then we can call it a day.
You got something, or I got something? We can continue along the difference theme.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Jake. You all know it. You all love it. One of our favorite games. What's the difference, Jake? It's where I give you two things, and you have to tell me what the difference between them are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think last time we left off on mushrooms, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I think this time, Jake, you have to tell us the difference between a dolphin and a porpoise.
I thought a dolphin was a porpoise.
See, Jake, you're already off to a bad start.
Really?
Yeah.
Is a porpoise a dolphin?
No, I think they're different no matter which way you cut it.
Didn't know that. I don't know. That's it. That's all
Jake,
I have.
Dolphins are larger and have conical teeth and are very social. Porpoises are smaller, have flattened spade-shaped teeth, and are very shy.
Oh. So you're telling me I'm judging a dolphin and a porpoise off of their personality?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I don't hang out with enough dolphins and porpoises to realize which ones are shy.
You don't gotta attack
I've only
them.
seen like 3 dolphins in my life.
It's more than most.
More than
some.
Well, I was on a dolphin watch and I only saw 3. Like usually you go on a dolphin.
Maybe you saw porpoises. Maybe they were all very shy.
Maybe you... I feel like you go dolphin watching, you should see like 90 dolphins.
Guaranteed.
Like, cause
that's what I always find funny because like when you go like to like a coastal town or something and they have like the whale watch.
Yeah.
It's like there's no guarantee that you're gonna see whales,
no.
and you pay all this money to go out early.
Yeah.
And go out, sit in the ocean where it's foggy. Probably you just see nothing around you, and you're just waiting for a dolphin to breach, and you might even be looking the other way when it happens.
Exactly.
The whale watch is like such an interesting like vacation plan to me.
It is, because you don't always see whales. So if you ever have the opportunity that rises, you're going to take it. Mm-hmm. But there ain't no guarantee.
No guarantee.
But like I went dolphin watching, and the boat is supposed to create a wake that the dolphins like to jump in. Like it's like a
Yeah.
they know that like
Dolphins will be there.
yeah, and there were just they could have been all different dolphins, but there was just 3 jumping out all the time, and that's all I saw.
Just the same 3.
So I just assumed it was the same 3, but I wasn't impressed. Like I've seen a lone dolphin out once, and I'm like, that's a third of what I saw on a dolphin watching trip.
On
You know what I
a
mean?
dolphin tour.
Like I expected to go out and just see like 15, 20 of them just jumping over the wake of the boat, but
Get what you pay for, Jake. All right, Jake, what's the difference between champagne and sparkling wine?
I believe. Excuse me. If I'm correct here, remembering correctly, champagne is strictly sparkling wine created in Champagne, France, and sparkling wine is just the rest of the bunch.
Yep, that's it. Champagne is made in the region of Champagne, France. And sparkling wine is just not made in the Champagne region.
I was learning from our French friend Phil, say that 5 times fast, that champagne is starting to make its way out of just Champagne, France, into other regions for proper champagne. Because usually you're only supposed to get proper champagne from Champagne,
Right.
France. But I think it's starting to.
People are starting to take the name.
I think so.
I know that actually, that fact from, I think, Wayne's World. 1 or 2, I forget which one. But Wayne is like in love with the girl, and the girl, who's a musician, starts like getting cozy with the music producer. So Wayne gets really jealous and thinks like she's like hooking up with him. So the music producer, who actually wants to hook up with the girl, but the girl doesn't want to. The girl's just trying to like get a record deal, in love with Wayne, but Wayne gets jealous kind of thing. So the record producer invites Wayne over for dinner, blah, blah, blah. And he's like this really like douchey, like attractive rich guy.
Yeah.
And he pulls out like a bottle of champagne, and then he breaks the third wall in the movie and like looks you right in the eyes, and he goes, "Did you know that like champagne is actually not made like
Only
most champagne is actually just sparkling wine. Only real champagne is from the region of France called Champagne."
That's so.
And I
funny
knew
that
that
you
from
just
so many
remember
years
that.
ago.
That is so funny. There's some more, right there.
Yep. All right, Jake, what's the difference between a Labrador and a Golden Retriever?
Are we talking just like the breed of the dog? Like I know that Golden Retrievers have a longer coat than Labs. I know that Labs technically are smaller in stature than Golden Retrievers. Retrievers, they're both retrievers, aren't they? Because a Labrador Retriever and a Golden Retriever.
These things are different. Labrador and Retriever. I guess Golden Retriever. But the difference, apparently, a Labrador has a medium, non-tapered muzzle. Like it's a shorter, I guess,
a
snout.
Okay.
And has 3 solid coat colors. So I guess you could have a golden lab, a black lab, and a brown lab.
Yep.
A Golden Retriever has a light brown golden coat
Yep.
and a longer snout.
Okay. So
Pretty
I was
much gonna
kind of on track.
Yeah, you were getting there. What's the difference, Jake, between cupcakes and muffins? I didn't even know the two were like so similarly linked. That
They're so similar, but also so different. You know,
they're always very different, I feel like.
muffins, I think, are made from something different than cupcakes.
So
Muffins are denser.
So according to this, no.
okay.
According to this, the only difference
is the icing.
is icing.
Really?
And I guess it's just you make like a cake muffin with icing on it, it becomes a cupcake.
I feel like muffins are just so crunchy on top.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on what you make them out of. Like what kind of muffin you decide to make.
Man, I love a good muffin. I don't have a muffin, but I love muffins.
Muffins are good. Underrated.
I think they are. What do you go blueberry, chocolate?
So I think I'm a chocolate chip.
With like a white cake.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
a white chocolate chip with like a little bit, not a lot, just like a little bit of sugar on top.
Oh, that sugar on top of muffins, I don't know where they get that.
It's done
I've never seen that sugar in the store. There's just these huge crystals of sugar. Mm-hmm. Where do you even get that?
I don't know. Is that granulated or non-granulated sugar?
I've only heard of powdered, granulated, and powdered.
And muffin sugar.
And apparently powdered sugar is just granulated sugar, just blended up ultra fine.
Yeah, even finer.
But my God, that sugar on top of those muffins.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Heavenly.
Yep. So are you agreeing with my muffin choice? Or are you a blueberry?
I'm a chocolate person, but I do love a blueberry muffin with that crystal
sugar.
That crystal meth on top is just next level.
All right, Jake, what's the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite? Do you even know what either one is? But
stalagmite, I think, is a bug.
No. Definitely. So judging by the look on your face, I'll just tell you the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite.
Please go to the next question, please. I'm going to cut this one out.
Stalactite is a type of formation that hangs from the ceiling.
It's the fucking rocks that hang from caves.
Ceiling of caves. And a stalagmite is the type of formation that rises from the floor of the caves. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the floor ones are actually like the drippings from the top, the ceiling ones. So the ceiling ones like drip and then form the floor ones.
Yeah, because Casey used that term with me when we were rock climbing because they have like pointy holds, and I'm like, oh, those are like the cinnamon stick holds because they look like round sticks. And he goes, I thought they were just like imitating like stalagmite, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And he goes, oh, it's like the cave.
No, they
rocks.
don't look anything like bugs, Casey.
I'm like, I don't know what that is. And he goes, oh yeah, no, it's like the rocks from the caves. I'm like, that's exactly what they're trying to portray.
Yep.
Not cinnamon sticks. But I call them cinnamon sticks. Because they're like brownish
they
orange.
Just threw some cinnamon sticks on here.
They're like brownish orange. I just call them the cinnamon stick holds.
All right, Jake, maybe the last one?
Let's do it.
We'll see how this one goes.
If it's anything like the last one, it's not going to go
No. You're going to know both of these. What's the difference between a butterfly and a moth?
I would say A, size.
Okay, nope.
Okay. B, color.
It doesn't say anything about color.
Okay. C, maybe male or female. Like, is this like a mallard duck type situation where butterfly females are really pretty and the males are just ugly moths?
Nope.
I'll go one final guess then.
D.
Anything to do with the time of day that they're out.
Oh, wow. Pulls one out of the hat
Okay.
at the end.
So nocturnal.
So apparently
moths.
Butterflies are a daytime flight. And the wings are held like straight out, like together straight up when they're resting. Moths are a night flight.
Oh,
and apparently the wings are folded over the back while resting.
On their back, and then the butterflies stand straight up.
Yeah, so it's how the wings rest when they're resting, and then they also fly during the night and the day.
All right.
So
those were tough ones.
Yep, and there's still a couple more on the list.
I need a break.
Yeah, we'll be
brain.
back another day with what's the difference.
Jeez. All right.
Tough day here, Jake.
Yeah, it was a tough day.
You might need a little chocolate in the mouth after this one.
I can't wait. I also got frozen peanut butter
cups.
Nope. Peanut butter M&Ms.
Chunks? Oh, frozen.
Not peanut butter, peanut M&Ms.
Frozen?
Yeah.
So they can really sit in your mouth.
No, I don't let those dissolve. I
eat
crunch into
frozen right away?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're good.
See, I always like to put my chocolate in the fridge because I agree with probably the same principle you're going for, but I just always assumed if I froze it, it'd be too hard to eat when I wanted it.
No, you can crunch right into it.
Okay.
But I only do it with M&Ms because it's like I'm not going to freeze my chocolate and then just have it sit in my mouth for a longer time.
Why not? Sounds like you would love that.
Yeah, maybe. Give it a try.
You would just prolong the experience.
Yeah. There you go. Melting chocolate in your mouth. You heard it here first, folks.
Mind blowing.
All right. I think it's time to
riddle
it up and then enjoy our weekend.
All right. Last week's riddle was a doozy, if I remember correctly. Let's see.
Yes, it was.
So, last week, the riddle was, as destructive as life, as healing as death, an institutioner of strife, just as prone to bless. It is all that is good, yet with an evil trend. As it was the beginning of things, it can also be the end.
Is it the sun?
No, but you're close.
Oh.
The answer we were looking for was fire. Oh. But apparently, also, love seems to work, though it was not the intended answer.
Okay, so anyone who thought it was love
Is
on the right track.
You're
but
right. We'll give you We'll give you a technical answer.
Like participation trophy.
Yeah. All right, Jake, pick a number 2 through 7.
What would I pick last time? I picked 2, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go with 5.
5. Short and sweet this week.
Perfect.
This week's riddle: lives in winter, dies in summer, grows with its root upwards. Lives in winter, dies in summer, grows with its root upwards. So if you think you know the answer, feel free to check out our Instagram post and leave a comment. DM us. Check out our website. All can be found at anyandeverythingshow.com or Any and Everything Show on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Sweet. Let's review this beer and get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
I already finished mine, so I guess I'll
It
go
must be a good
first.
rating then for the Half Full Brewery Bloom.
Yeah, I think I stayed right at the B, hovering in the B+. I was like at 8.6. Solid beer. Good
really
flavor.
solid. Just tickling the 9 club.
Yeah, it's like it would. It needs a couple more elements to get up to the
It is a
8,
session.
9. Yeah, it's a session too. So
So a little less flavorful,
Yep.
probably.
a little less
Body.
hoppiness and
Yeah.
body to it for sure. For sure. 8.6. Yeah, good beer. Good people.
Good company.
Good
Good
can.
times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with kind of my gut instinct, I guess. I think I said B-, pushing a C+, so I'm gonna drop it down to the C+ region,
Drop it down.
and I'm gonna be like a 7.6.
It's cool.
7.7. 7.65. 7.65 final answer.
So we're a point off, both of us.
What do you mean?
I'm a point off in rating.
Oh, a full point.
Full point.
Yeah, almost pretty much 10 ratings
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not bad beer.
Not bad.
And I would drink it again.
As would I.
It says the 8.6.
Yeah, I would definitely drink it again. All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you're celebrating 4th of July, have a great time. Mm-hmm. And we'll catch you on the flip.
That's right.
1 week's time.
That's right.
Stay thirsty. See you later.
Stay happy.
Stay healthy.
Thanks for listening to the Any and Everything Show.